when so I was close to my grandfather, my father having died when I was a baby, and I was close to him, and he was quite a singer. He sang the old songs. He was not a man of great formal education, but he knew more in his mind. He had more preserved in his mind than I can ever have, of all kinds of things. And so he handed them down to me, and so if I speak of him and of how he sang to me, it's because that was a part of my boyhood experience. And then because I wanted people to share with me all the experience I'd had in the hills and the hollows, listening to people sing and hearing them talk and tell me things, I did start the folk festival at Glenville in 1950 for that purpose, to bring these people in and let others hear them. And so we could become proud. And they came and they left something of themselves, something beautiful. Now, I'm not trying to idealize the people, but when I think of the conception that people have, especially in other places, other states, of West Virginia, when they think of West Virginia, they think of a place of depression and loneliness and poverty. And they think it's a place of hillbillies, and the kind of hillbilly they have in mind is this outrageous thing that you can buy to put on the front of your car. It pictures a degenerate sitting by his still, asleep. And I suppose his woman is doing the work in the little cottage. But this is a West Virginia hillbilly. Now, when you ask people, and I've traveled widely over this country and other countries too, and everywhere I've gone, their conception, they'll say, "You're from West Virginia. Oh, you're a hillbilly." And this is the idea they have of us here in the States and in West Virginia. And I've asked my students, often my university students, when I say West Virginia mountaineer, what do you think of? And here's the picture they have in mind. Now, we West Virginians are responsible for a lot of this too, because we think this is, it calls attention to us. It's cute or something. Hillbilly is a derogatory term, and we used it in the hills where I grew up. It didn't mean anything very good. We had them, yes. We have this kind of person, but they have them everywhere. I've seen them in Chicago. I've seen them in New Orleans and St. Louis and New York and all the big cities. I've seen this degenerate bum on the streets. And we have, yes, but we have a tendency, if we see one person like this, to say, that is the West Virginia mountaineer. When our ancestors formed this state in 1863, they chose as a motto, and mind you, they were educated enough, they put in Latin, didn't they? Montani semper liberi, mountaineers always free. And they didn't have this in mind.